What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with a sort of I guess like game analysis, if you want to call it, of this fun game I had in one of the APAC tournaments. It was just like such a ridiculous game. I want to just kind of highlight it. It was a lot of fun. It was I was playing this is my deck here, the blue white sort of like mimic vat, like Yosei the Morningstar deck. I love Yosei. If you remember a couple seasons ago, I was just playing Yosei, copying the counterpart and other stuff, just trying to win the game. It's just a nutty card. So I made this deck with a Mimic Vat version. So you can get a lot of like silly things like Vizier, Mimic Vat, and a Yosei. It's just a super lock here for like 3 mana. And that's kind of what the deck's trying to do for the most part. Otherwise, it's just like a value deck. Like I've eaten people with just Cloud Blazers. Just Cloud Blazers, a Drowsy Sky Spawner, just aggro. That's like the plan B, but it's a lot of fun. My opponent was playing sort of like black red defenders deck, but had no like real win condition except of like enchanting the opponent's creatures with things like Lust for War, which deals damage when the creature gets tapped, and like Vampiric Link, and it had a bunch of like walls, like Wall of Souls here, Aether Membrane, just like Vent Sentinels like how alter win condition. It's like little like annoying things that make your creatures a detriment to uh, you actually. With things like Contaminated Bond, Visions of Brutality. Grand Melee is a thing that like forces your opponents to attack. So there's that. Stab Wound is like a thing that like you put in your opponent's creatures. And Sleeper Agent, instead of funny turn one play, you play on turn one and your opponent gets it and then deals damage to them. It does attack for 3, but there are things like Vampiric Link that will actually like negate that damage. In fact, make it better for them, which is so. I actually recorded the match here, so we're gonna take a look here. It's funny. So the way I did this was that I actually had to record the replay of it because pausing this part and pausing it is really annoying. So I'm playing this on a playback. So I'll be pausing it in and out as the thing goes to describe what happened in this match. So here we go. So this is game 3. I think I'm on the draw here. So it goes turn 1 Sleeper Agent, Kyosugi, which I immediately get. So I was like, I'm already taking damage. It's really nice. But I get a 3/3 on turn 1 that can attack. So I'm like, alright, that's not that bad. It takes 3 here. But the next turn play was like, it was a Vampiric Link on here, which is like a life link. Basically it's the black version of lifelink. Not really lifelink, but like a spirit loop. Whenever Cantillo deals damage, you gain that much life. So when I take the damage here from the Sleeper Agent, he's gonna gain the 2 life. And then I can't ever attack him because he takes the 3 damage and he just gains it back. See right here, he takes 3 and gains 3 all at once. So I'm like, and now I can't even attack because he's a Wall of Souls out. So I'm just gonna bide my time here, try to claim this Cloud Blazer. And this is what the deck does. It kind of just like hides behind these walls and makes my creatures kill me here. Turn 4, Kyosugi decides to play Cradle Extraction for my Yosei, which is one of the main win conditions, but the way I sideboarded it out, I just basically I think I just had like Cloud Blazers, and I think I have Sky Spawners in my deck still. So I was like really prepared to get Cranial Extraction here. I didn't play a lot of counter spells for being a blue-white deck. So I was actually fine with this. Like I said, I have double Cloud Blazer in my hand, so I'm actually pretty fine with the way this is going. But it is a little harder to win, sure. Because Yosei is one of the main win conditions here. So it's just kind of like thumbing through my deck, getting the Yoseis out. And still taking 2 a turn. 6 turn clock, basically. So I jammed the Cloud Blazer, just kind of burned the House Form Pools counters. And I need to start attacking my opponent at some point. Draw a Mimic Vat. Gonna be pretty good later. I get another Sleeper Agent, which is kind of insane. And then he Stab Wounds it, so I take 2 damage every upkeep. Along with the 2 damage of the Sleeper Agent, so I'm taking it like, now I'm taking like 6 damage a turn here. So I need to like really pretty much draw a Wrath. I'm trying to just basically jam a Wrath here. Cloud Bridge is going to help me a lot. I probably should have anticipated in hindsight here, but I think just having a threat is really good. Draw another Vat and a Vizier and a Factor Fiction, so I see the plan here. My plan is to basically try to Mimic Vat something so I can get repeatable. Like I could probably set up a Mimic Vat Vizier so I can continually copy my Cloud Blazers and try to like stay alive and draw some cards. But I really need like at this turn, I pretty much need a Wrath or something to save myself from the sleeper agents. So I think I anticipate here. It's the biggest thing to dig. So Surge of Recidus is a really good card I brought in. Because I can kill my own sleeper agents and gain life. So that was a really clutch draw there. So I'm going to attack my sleeper agent into the stab wound one, not the... I decided to use the stab wound one because it's going to deal more damage versus the sleeper agent. Because it's dealing me 4 a turn, so I had to kill that. So I'm going to surge my own sleeper agent here. So gain some critical life. And buy myself a couple turns. Have another anticipate to try to dig into another Wrath. But besides the Pyroclasm my board, which is not that bad. I just lose a bunch of Cloud Blazers, it's not a big deal. I do love the synergy between a 3/3 Super Agent and Pyroclasm here. I think I grabbed, yeah, another Factor Fiction. I just need to dig for a Wrath. Acting Counterpart's gotta come in handy later. So this is an interesting split for the first Factor Fiction. Gain's Intervention is gonna be useful later. Seal of Cleansing is also really good. It gets rid of the random enchantments he plays, like Grand Melee or like Hissing Miyamaza, or basically like any sort of the life-looking things. I decided to take the intervention because it's actually a way to prevent the damage from the sleeper agent. So, we're just gonna come in real handy in a second. So I start to see the plan here. If I can just land an intervention on the sleeper agent, and because he's black, right, he's always gonna deal with enchantments. The Miyamaza is not a big deal. He's kind of just top decking. You can kind of tell. He's only 1 card in his hand. I've been drawing so many cards. So I finally find the Wrath. But I have a really sneaky plan here. I'm gonna cast this Mimikvat and actually try to put the sleeper agent on the Mimikvat. Why? Because I want to give my opponent sleeper agent. Because I don't have a lot of win conditions here. So I'm gonna Wrath. I'm gonna put the sleeper agent on the Mimikvat. And Mimikvat has an interesting ability. So you get the token and it stays till end of turn, but if you activate the Mimikvat at the end of your own turn, then the sleeper agent or the token that's whatever is under the Mimikvat will stay for the duration of the next turn. So it goes until the next end turn. So if I make a Mimikvat, if I activate Mimikvat with a sleeper agent under it on the end of my turn, on my opponent's turn, they're going to take 2 damage. And that's the setup. So that's really the setup. And I've cast Gideon's Intervention on Sleeper Agent. I'm never going to take damage from the Sleeper Agent when he tries to attack me. So that's my evil plan here. He casts a wall, which is pretty useless because I'm never going to attack ever again at this point. But yeah, the next turn, I'm going to drop this Intervention, naming Sleeper Agent, which is going to be really funny. It also prevents from casting other Sleeper Agents. So not only can you never cast other sleeper agents, which one of the ways that he could probably kill me, because I'm never going to attack. There's excuse me, I'm also protected from the sleeper agent attack when I give it to him. And I didn't realize this at first, but I probably should have just like, I guess I just jammed a Cloud, but just to gain a couple life, you know. I wasn't ready to do that yet. I'm not really sure why I actually just started not doing the sleeper agent Mimikvat combo. I think I didn't realize the Aether Membranes actually had reach until I looked at it. It's like, oh wait, they actually have reach. But I needed to gain a couple life here. So I'm ready to get into Intervention via Sleeper Agent here. I name Sleeper Agent with the Intervention. So I wait till the end step, and then I'm going to activate the my Mimikvat, give my opponent a Sleeper Agent. And now my opponent's going to take 2 a turn for 3 mana. So it's just, I'm just basically just like shocking my... Vent Sentinels are actually really scary. I was actually really worried about this card. So luckily I had the Wrath here. Charge my Palsworm pools. Always gotta do something. So the Wrath was a really clutch draw here, because it's only one of the few ways I can actually kill creatures. Another way I can stop Vent Sentinels is another intervention. But I think I only had... And I Seal Cleansing just for like something random here. I still have 3 mana up, so I can give my opponent another Sleeper Agent every turn. Like I said, I have these calculated counters in my hand. At first, I didn't think about it, but then I realized I could just like start copying my Sleeper Agents at my end step because it's an instant. So I'd actually like come to that conclusion right away. I took the Wrath here, I think, because it was just an insurance policy for another Sentinel. Yeah, I didn't actually piece it together that because Tekton counterpart is things. I was just looking at that. I was like, this card's kind of useless right now, but it'll start speeding up the clock really quickly because this is a really slow clock. He plays another Wall of Souls. Like I said, all those walls are useless now because there's no way it's going to stop the Sleeper Agent train. It took me a couple of turns to realize I could actually counterpart my own Sleeper Agent. It's just so silly though. I never. This is like this is kind of a big example of just like never giving up and just trying to finding like alternate win conditions when things are like uh dire. Because at the very beginning, I was very worried about this. So I decided to copy all my Sleeper Agents. So now he's gonna get 3. He's gonna take 6 a turn, which is gonna be a really quick clock. And those 2 copies are they're there forever. So he casts Vampiric Link on one of the Sleeper Agents. It doesn't actually matter. I don't know why it actually doesn't change it. It didn't actually matter because he's never gonna take. Well, it does matter actually because on the upkeep he'll take 2 but gain 2. But it actually doesn't matter if he's gonna die. You know. And I could flashback another Cackling counterpart here for 7, and he's gonna take 8 this turn. I should have just done that way sooner, but I like I said, I didn't really think about it. I was just like so dialed into the like setting up the Gideon's Intervention, Mimic Vat, Sleeper Agent combo here, and Parallax Wave just good for good measure. And yep, that's it. He just dies. That was just, like, so silly how that kind of worked out. It's just like you know, you gotta just like find ways to win games. I always tell people to never concede when just never concede. There's always a way to kind of win the game, and that was just like a really silly interaction I wanted to share with you guys. But thanks for watching. Like the video, like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever. Thanks guys for watching, and take it easy.